Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to the Fantasy Forecast for Friday, May 6th, 2016. Sorry that you're looking at my phone there real fast. It's only got 8%. I'm just going to read these off, and hopefully you have a big enough screen to zoom in on this and check it out. These are the optimals, and I'm going to show you why I can do this quicker this way. I want to make this condensed. Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving at the point guard positions. 50 points projected for Westbrook, Irving projecting at 37. J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver, Smith projecting at 21, Korver projecting at 19, LBJ projecting at 57, and Leonard projecting at 40. Boris Dia at power forward projecting at 12. David West projecting at 15 I guess, I round up. And Tristan Thompson at the center for 28. Total lineup score comes in at 283, and that's Roto Grinders for today. And I only have a link on that on my desktop thing right here for that. Let's do Roto Wire. Okay, today's Roto Wire lineup is Tony Parker and Dennis Schroeder at the point guard positions. Wonder if I can make that any closer for you guys. Let's see. A little bit. Okay. Tony Parker and Dennis Schroeder at the point guard positions. J.R. Smith. Projections. Sorry, guys. Parker projected at 22. Schroeder projected at 19. J.R. Smith and Danny Green at the shot guard. J.R. Smith projecting at 23. Danny Green projecting at 22. LBJ projecting at 46. And Kevin Durant projecting at 44. LaMarcus Aldridge and Kevin Love at power forward. LA is projecting at 43, and Love is projecting at 35, and Duncan at center, and he's projecting at 27. Total lineup scores 282. Same one as the other. Okay, let's go to the next one. Back to my desktop. To fantasy. Let's do RotoQL. See, guys, this is how I'm doing this. I have to put this all together, and I want to get this on the iPad and just do it that way, but I couldn't find a way to get all these links over. Not all of them. There's some specialized links that I have that do this. So some of these, though, you guys can pull it for yourselves. Oh, we're on MLB here. Look, up in the corner on RotoQL, guys. Always have to switch back over to NBA. We'll run FanDuel first, and then I will run DraftKings for it for you guys so you can check them out. But these are the websites to use. They're not hard. Oh, look at that. Okay. We got, and let's scroll this over a touch, Irving and Westbrook in the point guard position. Irving projecting at 38, Westbrook projecting at 47. J.R. Smith and Waiters project at the shot guard. Smith projecting at 26, Waiters projecting at 26. Bazemore and Durant at the small forward. Durant projecting at 48, Bazemore projecting at 35. Millsap and David West. Millsap projecting at 45, David West projecting at 24, and Enes Kanter for center, and he's projecting at 31. Ooh, they actually had a couple similar as mine. He's projecting that at 321 too, which is pretty darn high. You can see that 321 there at the bottom. Okay, on to the next one. In the fantasy. This is Daily Fantasy Cafe. Now I got to do this one real fast. I'm going to have to snapshot this one, guys, actually, because they always want you to log. Actually, I'll show you how to handle it, guys. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to pull FanDuel real fast. Oh, no, actually, I don't want to, because it actually redirects me out of the page. It's going to make this video longer. I'm going to generate the lineup and snapshot it as fast as I can. Before this comes, see how password required shit stuff comes up? Okay, so we'll go back and we'll look at them in a second off my photos there. This should be the most recent photo on the camera roll. Alright, and we got... I guess you can zoom in there again, Mike. You can help these guys out. You got Teague and Westbrook in the point guard positions. Waiters, Teague projecting at 35, Westbrook projecting at 49. I really like Westbrook nice, guys. He's in a good position. As long as they're going to put Kawhi on Durant, fine. We'll take Westbrook all day long. Waiters and Schumpert at shot guard. They went real cheap there. Both of them projecting at 16. They got Bazemore and Leonard at small forward. Bazemore projecting at 29, Leonard projecting at 39. I like those picks. Ibaka at power forward at projecting at 25. Millsap projecting at 43. And Horford for center, projecting at 38. For a total lineup score of 290. Not bad. Okay, on to Daily Fantasy Nerd. Build the optimal lineup button is at the top in blue. There it is. Today's optimal lineup from them is, oh, and that looks pretty clear for you guys there too. Okay. Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook in the point guard positions. Westbrook projecting at 48. Schroeder projecting at 25. Ginobili and Korver at the shot guard. Ginobili projecting at 21. Korver projecting at 36. Durant and Bazemore in the small forward. Durant projecting at 41. Bazemore projecting at 34. Oh, and these are minutes? Oh, I'm fucking that up. Sorry, guys. But let's go all the way back. Westbrook at 48 points and Schroeder at 25 points. Ginobili and Korver both projecting at 19.5 points. Durant projecting at 47. Bazemore projecting at 27. And then Millsap and LaMarcus Aldridge for power forward. Millsap projecting at 42. Aldridge projecting at 40. Tristan Thompson for center, and he's projecting at 24. Their best value, by far, they still think is Dennis Schroeder after yesterday's. I don't know. You gotta look at narrative. I don't think it's gonna happen again today. But one nice thing about Daily Fantasy Nerd, they are giving you the over/unders, but they're very similar for these two games, and you'll notice the spreads are similar. So today, guys, it's all about picking the best players you really can that have upside if you're going for a tournament. I can flip over to a DraftKings because these guys have been good with them. Let's show a DraftKings lineup real fast because it'll let me build one extra with them. Okay, your DraftKings lineup has Schroeder at the point guard, which I would avoid, guys. I'd find something else, even though they show that as a good value. Ginobili at the shot guard, though. Durant at small forward. Channing Frye at power forward. Horford for center. Danny Green for guard. Millsap for forward. And utility, Russell Westbrook. Love that pick. But Channing Frye at 7.5 value, if that's true, they're projecting some major minutes at minimum salary. Minimum salary on DK is huge because it's only $2,000 versus, $3,500 on FanDuel. Minimum salary that has minutes is really valuable, guys. Channing Frye's a lock, if that's really so, and then build around there. Okay, and let's go back. We got a couple more. We got Fantasy Pros. Oh, and that's it. There's the 6, yeah. Now these guys will actually let you do stacked lineups too, and customize, which is kind of cool because if I want to build a lineup for you guys, but I know that certain players are going to do good, I can have it fill in the rest for me. So they're projecting this lineup at a 284. Sorry. Excuse me, a 274. And that 274 is from Westbrook and Schroeder at the point guard. Westbrook at 49, Schroeder at 20. Ginobili and Waiters at the shot guard. Ginobili at 18. Waiters at 17. LBJ and Durant at small forward. Ooh, they went high. 45 for LBJ and 46 for Durant. David West and Millsap at the power forward positions. Is that even focused, guys? It is, yeah. Let's see. David West is projecting at 17. Millsap is projecting at 37. And Tim Duncan for the center. He's projecting at 25 for total score 274. Okay, those are all the optimals. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at my recommended cash lineups for today real fast. Okay, so I'll focus in on this for you guys real fast. I have 2 of them for you guys today. You can take your pick because they both go a little bit of a different way. I entered them both free. I made a mistake yesterday and I didn't have money to put in there, and so it's my mistake, but I'm not worried about that, guys, so no worries. Just these would be the 2 lineups that I'd be running today. And you're going to have to take your pick whether you like it more cash or GPP. It kind of depends on how you read game flow. It's only a 2-game slate. You're kind of picking winners, so look at the stacks that I put there for you, okay? You got Westbrook and Teague in the point guard positions. And I love Westbrook no matter what. As long as he's not being guarded by Kwame, he's going to run all over him. So take Westbrook. He should be a lock. You got Teague in what I hope is a little bit of a higher scoring game than the San Antonio-Oklahoma City game. I think if they do play her closer again, we won't go to the 220s. Probably looking at another 210 there and at a 200 on the other score. But Can all depend on who gets hot and who doesn't. J.R. Smith has been getting hot against them. Danny Green is getting minutes. LeBron James, I don't need to really question that one. Bazemore, I mean, I could go up to Kwame Leonard or something, you know what I mean? And that's kind of, that's why I have 2 lineups. But Bazemore could go off and give you 36, 37 points fantasy-wise. And, you know, you got Aldridge and West at the power forward. Now, West is the punt play that I need to make this all work because Aldridge has just been on fire lately. I don't see him stopping. And you do have Adams getting in there, and you had the money to pull it off, which is really nice because there are a couple other choices at center at 4,800, and you'll see I was 100 short in the next lineup, and I had to go down. But I do think Steven Adams is primed for another nice night. Now, my other one that I would recommend to you guys today is Westbrook and Irving at the point guard positions. So you're upgrading and you're getting Irving right there, which I think is kind of nice. You've got J.R. Smith still, so it's like really like, you know, you got your Cleveland stack, but you took out LBJ. Notice that. He's a bit expensive for what he's out there for, and, you know, let's say that, I mean, it's just a normal night, but to push him over the top, Irving and J.R. Smith need to have the good games. I mean, for the price, maybe you get Leonard putting up 60 points and destroying Oklahoma again at the small forward, and he's better than LBJ at, you know, 10-7 or whatever. This is where you make some hard considerations. You could try to fit them both in, but then you're really punting. I mean, you're punting out Aldridge at the bottom there, or someone. I mean, you just don't have a choice. But this is my recommended. Westbrook and Irving in the point guard, Smith and Green at the shot guard, Leonard and Bazemore at the small forward, Aldridge and West at the power forward, and since I had to go down a spot, Enes Kanter for the center. And to be honest, guys, I kind of like this one a little bit more, and I'm going to prove it by importing the $1 that I have in entries over to that lineup, because I prefer that more to Teague. I do think that Irving has a chance to put up 40 fantasy points, which I think is much better. But I will leave the other one running as well because it's a free entry, and I would run 2 entries if there's 2 free contests, guys. I mean, why not? There's literally 2 free playoffs today, guys. 0, number 1, and number 2. So play them both. Get your lineups in. All right, guys, that's been Fantasy Forecast for today. Sorry it's out late. I've had some good news with my daughter. She got accepted to a private school, but it's expensive, so trying to work on that, and maybe I'll win one of these fantasy things one of these days, right? All right, guys, let's go out there. Let's go win some big money.